Welcome to the Polish Table with Agnieszka and Friends. I'm Agnieszka, and today we are going to be making a goulash, a pork goulash, a paprikash, along with a sauerkraut salad. We will be having the goulash over egg noodles. It's a very yummy comfort food. So I hope you enjoy. We'll have a good time flying solo today. We're gonna make a yummy, yummy dish today. Welcome back to the Polish Table. I'm Agnieszka, and today we are going to be making a pork goulash, paprikash over egg noodles, and we're going to be making a surówka. So we're going to start with our pork. I've got a nice center cut piece of pork here. You can use a pork butt if you want to, or you can even use beef, but traditionally pork is the way to go for our goulash. It's lighter, it cooks faster. So we're going to want to dice that up into nice small pieces, and I've got some oil in my pan ready for me to drop that in. Chop it up really nice and thin chunks. I love this dish. This dish reminds me of my babcia, my dziadek, my grandma and grandpa. It was always such a good come home dinner. I love the peppers, I love the onions, the smell of it. But she would make it over a potato pancake. So that would be the topping for the potato pancake, which was so good. But it's an easy weekday or weeknight kind of meal. Chop that up. I'm going to be using some seasonings that are already done. You can purchase those at your European store or even at your local grocery market. They do have an American version of it. It's just goulash. I'm sure Nor makes it. And inside, you don't have to mess around. You've already got your paprika, your salt, your marjoram, all your extra yummies that belong inside this dish. No fuss, no muss. Cut that up. I like them a little bit smaller. I don't like them so chunky. Okay. Let's add that right in. I just love the sound of that. And pork cooks so fast, it's the other white meat. And we Polish folks do love our piggy. We love our sausage, we love our pork. We just love it all. So typically you would probably want to have like 2 good size pieces of pork. I'll probably feed about 4 folks, 4 peeps. See how quickly it just cooks through? Let's add that in there, move it around. All right, looking good. A little bit more. And right after this, I am going to add all the goulash seasoning in there. Very easy. If you don't have those certain spices at home, you can just pick up a packet. Everything is in there that you need. Let that cook a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of onion and some red peppers. You can use green pepper, but I just think the red is much more colorful. And it's a little bit sweeter because you kind of want this dish to be on the sweeter side. At least I do. I always think of pork goulash as being a little bit sweeter versus salty. Let's cook that through. We're going to season that. Open this up. I thought I was going to open this up. Great. There we go. And you just add that right in, just like that. It's got a beautiful red color to it. It's got all the yum, tasty seasonings, your paprika, your marjoram, your salt, your pepper. Put that in, mix it up. Oh, it smells so good. All right. This is one of my dad's favorite meals. My mom would do this often. He would come home after work and he would say, "What's for dinner?" And she would say, "Goulash, paprikash." But she would make me noodles, and then he would have potatoes because he loved his ziemniaki. Loved his ziemniaki. All right, let's add those beautiful peppers inside. Nice. We're going to cut up some onion. Oh, I've already cut up onion. Add that in there. Want this to simmer down. This should take about 10-15 minutes for it to marry with all the flavors inside. I am going to add a little bit of tomato paste to give it that sticky, saucy kind of feel. And then we're going to do a little bit of heavy cream just to make it creamy. All right, perfect. Okay. Take a little tomato paste. I like tomato paste because it's a little bit thicker, and again, it's like a sticky sauce. A couple tablespoons. Add that in. Let the oil get in there with it and the meats. Coat that pork up. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I'd be like, "Mama, what's for dinner today?" And she'd say, "Goulash." And as kids love easy, simple meals. They don't like things complicated. I even eat it on bread. The leftovers, oh yeah. So good. The pork is nice, like I said before, because it does cook really, really quickly. We're going to add a little marjoram just for an extra zhuzh on there. A little salt and pepper. Super good. I just love the way it smells. You could smell that paprika. And there's different variations of this too. You can also do it with beef. You can do chicken, pork. If you want, you're watching, you can do a little bit of turkey. As long as you have those certain spices that are for the goulash, it's relatively kind of the same. Look at that. All right, I'm just going to add a little bit of some cream in there just to change up and make it creamier. Look at that. Gives it a nice texture. Yeah, that smell is so good. The tomato paste just gives it that extra yummy soak up. Take your crusty bread and just soak it up in there. Paprikash, goulash. All right. Do a little bit more cream. I like it a little bit more creamier. A little bit more margarine, just to be fancy. And then this is going to go in the oven just to make sure that everything cooks through. Because right now the pork's going to be a little tough, but once you put it in the oven and let it be in there for about 30 minutes at about 350, oh, it's going to be soft, it's going to be tasty. It's almost going to fall apart as soon as you pick it up on your fork. All right, the peppers are so tender, the onions are clear. This is exactly how you want it to look. So I like to serve this with egg noodles. You can do potatoes, you could do potato pancakes, you could do dumplings, you can do kopitka, you could do gnocchi, but egg noodles are easy. They're easy. So you just boil your noodles down al dente, strain, and serve. The pork is what makes it really, really juicy. I love the tomato-based sauce with the paprika and the onions and the peppers. Some people put mushrooms in there, but I think mushrooms is just a little too much. All right, and along with this, we're going to be serving a surówka, which is a sauerkraut carrot salad with apples and onions and vinegar and sugar. Just has a nice bite to it. Delicious. Smells up your house. It's aromatic. So tasty. And it doesn't take long. It's very, very quick, fairly quickly. Paprikash, I just love the way that sounds. There are some versions too. They put this on like a big placek in Hungary. It's a Hungarian placek, and they put this kind of goulash on top of that. And they serve it with sour cream and a little bit of dill. It's very sinful and rich. Very good. Looks about good. I'm going to add a little bit more cream in there. So it thickens up. Perfect. It's about a half a cup of cream. Going to add a little bit of dill in here. You top this off with sour cream and a little parsley. Huh. Very good. I'll chop up some dill. Take it from here. Peel it off. Add that on. It's always really, really refreshing to have some dill inside your dish. Bardzo smaczne. Paprikash goulash. It's another regional dish. There's certain variations of it all over Poland. You go to a restaurant, paprikash, sometimes they do it with the sauce, sometimes they do it with the paste, sometimes they do it with real tomatoes. You just take the skin off of the tomatoes and you make your own sauce with it. That's really tasty too. Add a little garlic. You can definitely make it your own. You can see the consistency of it. It's not runny, it's not watery. It's like a sticky sauce. So the noodles are going to suck in all the juices, all the liquid that is inside this pan. You can even add a little Parmesan cheese, or you can add a little, any kind of cheese that you want, just to add a different taste of flavor to it. It's really versatile. Perfect. Look at that. That consistency is, this is exactly where you want it to be. So it falls apart, just like that. I cannot wait to eat this with my pasta. So stay tuned. We're going to plate this with our noodles, and we're going to work on our surówka, which is next, our little sauerkraut salad. So don't go anywhere. Be right back. Welcome back to the Polish table. I'm Agnieszka, and we are going to be making a surówka, a sauerkraut, carrot, apple, and onion salad to pair with our goulash. So very easy. Bacik sauerkraut. We're going to take that out of the jar. And like I said, it's pretty packed in there, so you don't have to strain it. One of the biggest misconceptions of our Polish, cuisine is that you think that it's very, very carbohydrate heavy and it's just carbs, potatoes, noodles. We really do love our sauerkraut and having something light with our meal. I love this salad. Everybody loves it. It's good with rotisserie chicken. It's good with goulash. It's good with everything. So we're going to chop this up a little extra fine because we want it to be very delicate, because this is just a side dish. This isn't your main dish. I'm going to do this one more time. Oh, that paprika smells so good. Look at that. I'm having a hard time concentrating with this goulash next to me. Okay, so we're going to put this right in here. Place this to the side. All right. Put that right in there. So, in here goes an apple. You peel the skin off of your apple. And the apple is going to give it a sweet sweet taste to the sauerkraut, to that vinegar inside the surówka. We like to put apples in everything. We do red cabbage and apples and onions. Apples are a major filler in our sałatki and our salads. It's full of fiber, it's delicious, and with the sauerkraut, whew, gets things going. Okay, I'm going to take it and we're going to grate it down. I'll move this over. The reason why we use a grater to do this is because we want the apples to be almost like invisible. Like when you bite into it, it's like, oh, there's an apple in here. Like a little secret. I love apples. And you can use, if you want it sour, you could do a Granny Smith if you want to. You could do any kind of apple that you want. Perfect. Then we're going to take some onion. Just don't start crying when you start grating it. I'm going to start crying. Let's take the inside of this out. All right, let's get our onion. Same thing, we're going to grate it. Grate, grate, grate. And you can use a red onion. The red onion is always a little bit stronger. Just watch your fingers when you're grating. 'Cause these little blades are pretty sharp. I love onions inside the surówka salad. This is served cold. Oh, put it in the fridge. Let it chill a little bit. Bardzo dobre, very good. Okay. I'm going to take this chunk out. Put this to the side. Put that in. There's always extras in here. You want to make sure that you get every little bit. There's no wasting. All right. Put that to the side. Then we are going to use we're going to get some lemon juice from our lemon. And I like to use real lemon because it's just tastes better. It just is better. I've got a little lemon juicer. This is my favorite part. I like doing this. I feel kind of fancy. I'm going to put that right in, and you're going to squeeze and go around and around and around. Love this little gadget because then the little seeds don't get inside. It smells so good. Want to get it nice. Get all of the juices in there. Don't be scared. Smush, squeeze. Let's get the other one. Lemon is where it's at. You can use lemon juice, but I'm all about the fresh ingredients. Just makes it more fancy. I think I got it. I think I got it all. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. I think we're good. All right, I'm going to pour that in. Perfect, perfect. Let's get the seeds out of there. A little sneaky seed got in. Okay, we're going to add some marjoram. We're going to add some shredded carrots. We're going to do our vinegar. You want to use white vinegar. Put that in. And of course, we're going to use our sugar. I love the sugar. Don't be shy, because the vinegar just emulsifies the sugar and the sauerkraut and the onion and the apple. Oh, so tasty. Stir it up. Look how beautiful that is. And it's so fragrant, so light. You don't even realize that there's an apple in there or an onion. You're just thinking, oh, there's sauerkraut in here. But then you taste it and you bite into it. The apple brings a sweetness to the sauerkraut. Oh, it smells so good. Cannot wait to eat this with my goulash. Oh, so yummy. Delicious. Now you can use regular sauerkraut if you want to. Bacik makes a regular one, but I always like to use the one with the carrots inside. It's just, I love carrots. Carrots are so good for you. It's a little bit sweeter. Tastier. I'm going to add some dill. That vinegar is strong. The sauerkraut is strong. I'm going to chop up some dill. Give it a little color. Throw that in there. Don't be shy. It's a big dill. We love our dill. I love the dill. And then we're going to do a little bit of parsley. There's some rosemary in here too, because I snuck some rosemary in there. Ale dobre, fancy, smaczne. There you go. Oh, it smells so good. Mix it up. I'm going to give it a taste. We're going to pair this with our goulash. I cannot wait to share with you. So come right back. And we're going to have some sauerkraut. Look at that. Welcome to the Polish table. I'm Agnieszka, and today we are going to plate what we made today. We made our goulash, paprikash, over a bed of egg noodles, along with a surówka with carrots, sauerkraut, apples, and onions. Okay, here we go. I am just loving this. I'm gonna put some noodles on here. Put that on. I'm gonna go heavy on the sauce. I'm gonna go easy on the noodles, but I'm gonna go heavy on the sauce. My favorite. Sticky sauce, paprikash, tomatoes, so good. Oh. Look at that. Look at the colors, how rich it is, the tomato sauce. It's not runny. It is nice and thick. We're gonna add some surówka as a side. Plate that right on there, along with the vinegar that's in there. That's good, that's delicious. Yes, very refreshing. Going to add, because I like it with some sour cream on top. Just gives it that extra zhuzh. Fancy. Do a little bit of dill. Top it off with a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're gonna dig in. It's gonna be so tasty, so good. Smacznego. All right, ready? Look at that, it just falls apart. Falls apart, delicious. Look at that. Pycha, delicious. Add a little sour cream. That's the aha factor. I'm gonna build it with my little surówka salad. Oh yeah, here we go. Salty, sweet, everything. All the bits, all the pieces. And it's so easy to make, so easy to make. If you would like the recipes, you can visit my Facebook page, Agnieszka the Polish Table and Friends, and my recipes will be on there. And if you have any comments or suggestions, or you have your own recipes that you want to share, then I'm more than willing to get some advice, get some insight, and I would love to see even some pictures. If you have some pictures, show me your pictures. I'd like that. I'd like to see how you plate your food. Na zdrowie. Smacznego.